AI CEO Sam Altman now turning to chips, reportedly looking to raise an eye-popping $5 to $7 trillion for a new venture that would boast the world's biggest chip building capacity. That's the focus of today's Tech Check segment with our Deirdre Bosa. What else do we know here, Deirdre?
Let me first just say that everything about this is just mind-boggling and huge in terms of ambition, scale, investment. This is like the moonshot of all moonshots, and here I'm going to use Google's definition. Something that sounds undoable, but if done, could redefine humanity. That is what Sam Altman is apparently working on here, which also means that this should all be taken with some amount of skepticism. A lot would have to fall into place. So let's just start with the number. According to the journal, this could require up to $7 trillion. That is 7 times the expected size of chip sales in 2030, more than 5 years away. It's more than the combined market caps of Apple and Microsoft. It is 7 million millions, and here it is written out 12 zeros if you are counting.
Hello, family. Welcome back to another episode of Journey to Harmony. I'm your host, Richard Harmon. Today, I want to come to you and bring you a story from the CEO of OpenAI, aka ChatGPT, Sam Altman. Sam Altman is seeking a way of competing with NVIDIA. NVIDIA has been the #1 chip maker. So, basically the processors that run a lot of the AI models. And Sam Altman is currently looking for $7 trillion. $7 trillion. So in just a rough idea, the entire amount that was spent during the pandemic amount, I believe, was roughly about $7 million. So money that was spent on the country in terms of 350 million people getting, paid money, big businesses receiving, checks, all of these different things, and all the money that was left over, all the fraud that was committed. He's asking for that much money to go out and build the infrastructure to remake the overall industry of semi-chip conductors. A lot of the chip makers right now are in a rush right now to get themselves into the space of being able to be the first people to really bring generative AI to the field. And many people are seeing that they're slowed because of the time process that it takes for them to get the semiconductors from people like the Taiwan manufacturing chip company and others. NVIDIA has been a darling during this time period. They have seen their valuation explode, and they continue to see the rise overall as they are the #1 show in town. I'm going to play a video here. We'll watch a little bit of this, come back and talk about it after that. If it's your first time joining, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel, and here we go.
We had to make it big. Now, the project itself is aimed at reshaping the world's chip building capacity. No small feat. Altman is going after one of the most complex, expensive, and geopolitically sensitive industries in the world. And it is a project that would create an equally complex partnership between OpenAI, chip makers, investors, power providers, and governments. Now, the most interesting is perhaps the why. OpenAI and Altman, they're on a quest to develop AGI, or artificial general intelligence, which OpenAI defines as systems that are broadly smarter than humans and therefore have the ability to teach itself, thereby creating new, even potentially smarter AGIs. That will require vast amounts of chips already in short supply as the generative AI cycle gets more underway. So far, of course, Microsoft has been funding OpenAI's development to the tune of about $13 billion. That is potentially just a tiny, tiny drop in the bucket. $7 trillion would require capital from even bigger sources than the mega caps, like sovereign wealth funds in the Middle East, with trillions of dollars in assets. And that raises one of many, many questions, guys. If semiconductors are an issue of national security, which we know they are, would you let Abu Dhabi, Middle Eastern nation states get a foothold? Other questions like the development of chips, something that is clearly very, very difficult to do. Everyone's been trying to create a GPU to rival that of NVIDIA's, and it's been tough going. Can Altman do it, even if he has the support of TSMC and others?
All right, family. So the host said a number of things there in that video. I'm going to start off with what she said there at the end. She said that, will the U.S. allow the Middle East, the Saudi wealth fund, who have trillions of dollars due to their oil and things of that nature, will the U.S. allow them to go ahead and to be the ones to bring this to market? Whoever it is that figures this whole process out and is able to mass produce these chips, combined with the AI in terms of the software is going to have a huge leg up. China is in the process of developing their own infrastructure and looking to dominate the world in that case. And as many people are being told and sold this dream of this AI boom, many people are not going to want to be the one to be left out as a result, because this is likely a winner take all situation. So with that, Sam Altman is going to have a bit of leverage. Part of me wonders if this is just kind of, just kind of a scheme to get everything going. But again, is if he's going to set up the factories, if he's going to set up the wafer makings and things of that nature, this is a huge onslaught that will be needed. Again, this will be need not just for America, but for Europe, for Asia, Pacific, for Africa and South America. There's a huge need for this as these things are going from there. Again, the host stated once again that there is going to be a creation of AI that will be able to teach itself and create even better AI as a result of it. Many of us who are looking and who are wondering what the future of the job market looks like, this is definitely a wonder. And again, for those who are able to finally develop these particular models, those models will have the knowledge base to be able to build out the robots that will be able to be the bodies of these particular brainchilds. So that there's a lot that is coming in the future. I'm not going to say it's Skynet necessarily as in the Terminator, but there's a lot that's exciting. There's a lot that's also concerning. I believe Elon Musk stated a few times just about how exciting it is, but also how dangerous it is for humanity, because the usefulness of people, if the AI is fully able to be cognizant, if that then is able to create the bodies needed to have fully functioning robots, will be a situation where humans will be in direct conflict, whether it's employment, whether it's just everyday life with the robots and their people. And for those who are in power, the Vladimir Putins, the Xi Jinpings, all of these people are going to be looking for ways on how they can achieve world dominance. America has been the national world leader, the global world leader for decades, and many people are interested in finally finding a way to overtake them. And this just might be that avenue that they may be able to acquire the technology needed to actually implement that particular process. What are your thoughts on this? How do you think exactly this plays out? My overall thought is that, again, our nature as people is to continue to pursue. If somebody's paying you $200,000 a year to create something, they're going to continue to push and push and push and push until this thing is realized. For years, we've been working with software. We've been in the process, and now automation is slowly taking over segments of the job economy, and people we're seeing layoffs on a larger scale. While things have not gone to the heightened sense of just nonstop layoffs, there are different things in the future that maybe UBI will be able to help with the universal basic income, as these robots and these AI models are taking jobs from people. What are your thoughts? Comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining. Have a